Ready? Today, in recognition of the need to bring to justice those drug traffickers and other criminals who prey on all elements of American society, the administration is joining with Congress in increasing government-wide resources devoted to drug enforcement and crime control. Specifically, we are requesting the addition of more than $100 million and more than 2,000 investigators, attorneys, and support personnel, which will be added to our field resources. I'm very pleased that Senator Laxalt and his other colleagues here, Senator Abdnor, Senator Mattingly, Senator D'Amato, Senator Hawkins, Senator Specter, Senator Andrews, Senator Cochran, have all joined in this effort. They have been working with us to develop this package and are now here as an indication that they will be working with us for its ultimate passage. They recognize the difference that additional manpower can make in the war on drugs. Congress's past investment in the President's Organized Crime and Drug Enforcement Initiative and in the South Florida Task Force has paid strong dividends in terms of law enforcement achievements. Some 5,439 indictments and already over 2,000 convictions have been recorded since the 13 regional task forces went into operation. With these additional resources, we will be able to shake the foundation of deeply entrenched and sophisticated drug empires. By bringing the number of task forces to 21, we can substantially increase the number of drug investigations and prosecutions. And I might say a great deal of this effort will be engaged in jointly with local law enforcement. These funds will also beef up our interdiction and our eradication efforts, two other prongs of an overall offensive on drugs. With more agents on the job, we can pursue more leads that take us to other parts of the globe. With the needed communications and investigative equipment, we can stop drugs before they cross our borders. With federal support, states can expand their efforts to eradicate domestically cultivated marijuana. In short, with the funds that we are seeking today, federal law enforcement officers, working in conjunction with state and local officials, will be able to more effectively take the battle to the drug traffickers and abusers. So we're very pleased to go forward with this initiative. We'll have various people talking here, and then we'll be glad to take questions at the end after everyone's finished.
Well, as chairman of the Subcommittee on Treasury, Postal Services, and General Government, we'll be playing a part in this, and I just want to thank Secretary Baker for his commitment of his department in placing interdiction of illegal narcotics so much in the forefront. The Customs Services is our line of defense, our front line. And during the past 4 years, we have built up our air and marine interdiction force, and we've met with success, but we have a lot more to do. Now, this initiative contains funds for equipment that will enhance Customs' ability to detect and track air and sea smugglers. It provides for the purchase of 30 high-speed boats to interdict sea-borne smugglers. And to add to the interdiction network, we're providing funding which will place radar equipment in the Southwest, which is very, very important. And these enhancements will provide much-needed equipment to the men and women of the Customs Services who are providing frontline protection against drug traffickers. I might say we are also providing in the subcommittee additional funds to the Internal Revenue Service, as said by Senator Baker, to expand its money laundering investigations. That's so important. Because if we're going to crack down on illegal monetary activities, we're going to have to make strides towards stopping the trafficking of illicit narcotics.
Overlooked that the Treasury Department is also deeply committed to reducing drug abuse in this country. We view these additional resources as evidence of this strong commitment. And now I'm pleased to introduce to you the Secretary of Transportation, Elizabeth Dole.
This effort, they have been working with us to develop this package and are now here as an indication that they will be working with us for its ultimate passage. They recognize the difference that additional manpower can make in the war on drugs. Congress's past investment in the President's Organized Crime and Drug Enforcement Initiative and in the South Florida Task Force has paid strong dividends in terms of law enforcement achievements. Some 5,439 indictments and already over 2,000 convictions have been recorded since the 13 regional task forces when it happened in the Senate. There have been discussions, yes, with some of the ranking members on that side.
How much of this 101 million had been proposed earlier, prior to earlier stuff?
About, I think, between 35 and 40 million had been part of the half a year's activity.
If the street value of the drugs is 100 billion, how much is being stopped?
Well, nobody knows, because one of the problems we have is that, unlike in agriculture, the drug traffickers don't file crop reports. And so we can't tell. All we can do the aspects. In other words, our cabinet level Drug Enforcement Policy Board handles the policy and the planning for the interdiction system, for the eradication system, under the overall aegis of the Drug Policy Board. And the same board handles all of the aspects. In other words, our cabinet level Drug Enforcement Policy Board handles the policy